members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, specially invited guests, well-wishers, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Kathak Kala Sangam, I welcome you to this once-in-a-lifetime event. Pandit Birju Maharaj comes from a long line of exponents of the Kathak art form. Many of us would be familiar with the village minstrel or Kathakar. And today we'll witness what this folk form has been transformed into in terms of the classical Kathak art form. The Sangam is pleased to present Pandit Birju Maharaj and troupe to you. Please enjoy our offering. I now hand you over to our presenter for this evening, Kailash Kaur Bedi. Thank you.
Namaskar, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Mr. Dowlat. At this point in time, it's my pleasure indeed to welcome each and every one of you here this evening and to say especially warm welcome to the following people. The Honourable Joseph Ross, Minister of Tourism, and Mrs. Ross. The Honourable Basdev Pandey, Leader of the Opposition, and Mrs. Pandey. Her Excellency Joan Yule Williams, Ambassador Plenipotentiary and former Minister of Community Development, Culture and Gender Affairs. The Honourable Winston Dukran and Mrs. Dukran. Professor Kenneth Julian, Chairman of UTT, and Mrs. Julian. Mrs. Zaleha Hassan Ali, former First Lady of Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Raj Chawla, Head of the Chancery of the Indian High Commission. And Professor H.S. Adesh, to experience Kathak dance at its very best. We say a little bit about the Kathak dance itself and then a bit about this foremost exponent, Sri Birju Maharaj Ji. As we all know, Kathak is a classical dance of North India. It is a derivative of the word katha, meaning story. It's a graceful, spontaneous dance form, as you would be familiar with, I'm sure. It's characterized by rhythmic footwork, linear and rounded body movements with swift pirouettes, and it has its origin in the narrative tradition of the village minstrel to which Mr. Dowlat referred. The Kathakas, or storytellers, sang through songs heroic tales and legends of an age that was but a dream. They dramatized the lyrics with subtle gestures and expressions. This form of narrative entertainment blossomed into the intricately patterned dance form we know today as the classical form of Kathak. The item that we're about to witness is Madhurashtakam. The poem Madhurashtakam was written by Sri Vallabhacharya, 1478 AD, a famous 16th century sage philosopher of India and great devotee of Lord Krishna. Written in Sanskrit language, this unique poem describes the sweetness of Lord Krishna. The Madhurashtakam evokes Krishna as a supreme embodiment of love, bliss, and beauty. I give you Saraswati Sen.
हसितं अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्.
We've heard so much about Trinidad through our colleagues, our Guru Bhais, Guru Bain, all the artists that have come here, been here, worked here, performed here. So many beautiful memories that we have since I was particularly a child, and now, even now, as it remains so alive, so many people working towards the divine art. Really, it is like a dream come true. Thank you very much for everyone who have put together this show. Of course, my dear Guru Bhai Satyanarayan Ji. I would at this point like to invite our esteemed accompanying artists as I introduce them to you. Shri Utpal Ghoshal on the tabla. Shri Chandrachud Bhattacharya on the sitar. Shri Shantanil Dhar for vocal and harmonium support. You've heard a lot from the lady, beautifully said about Kathak. In today's performance, we will put together a few aspects from each of these eras that Kathak has been through. The Bhakti era in the temples. So we will bring to you glimpses of all of that. And of course, now we let you enjoy this beautiful evening with the great master in a major solo recital. Thank you, friends.
We are so happy to come Trinidad. This is my first time. I was hearing from Satyanarayan many times, and I was thinking sometimes to come here. My disciple came here, teaching here, but I could not. So this is the first time, and it will be very nice to meet you people, and I will keep in my heart always remember this place and you. So we are giving always good wishes. From the movement, the jingle sound, it is giving Shanti, Anand, Khushi, the happiness. And in my view, the rhythm everywhere. The rhythm is not for me, not for you, but everywhere. The moon is dancing. Earth is dancing, air is dancing, the ocean, the waves is dancing, the deer is movement also dancing because the rhythm, the birds is, the feathers is working, so everywhere, and all graha, Shani, Mangal, all dancing. तो कभी शनि मंगल में घुस गया, वही मंगल इतवार में घुस गया, तो it means they are dancing. एक जगह नहीं है. And silent also a music, silent. Because when everybody is stopped, not talking, nothing, then that sound is coming. a music, silent music. So that, by the singers, he copied that, the silent. Now, da din din da da din din da da din da. The counting. उसको क्या कहते हैं वो जो fill blank वो होता है ना मैगजीन में जिसको fill करना पड़ता है शब्द
Quiz.
Crossword, yes, correct. तो थोड़ा अंग्रेजी पूछना पड़ता है पता ही नहीं क्या है क्रॉसवर्ड ठीक है so like that now the counting how the counting different comma like one sentence comma other sentence comma विराम चिन्ह 1 2 3 4 5 together 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 So the counting division. Trikatenta. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 That's 5. Now, as I told in the beginning, everywhere is the rhythm. Now the birds, katita, 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 katita. But is the sound similar? Not exactly. Tita, katita, katita, tita, 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 tatakuku, 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 duck, kada, 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 kada. All the sounds from the bird, the last one was duck, kada, 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 kada. Again I will recite. And then the katita, katita, tita, 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 tatakuku, 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 duck, kada, 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 kada. All rhythm that came in 10 tal 60 beats, okay.
Maharaji, one more time, please.
Okay.
One more time. Kada 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 kada
young Krishna stealing butter from milkmaid house. The Krishna, very young, and now you will understand because
Makhan Chori.
Makhan Chori, yes, okay.
second.
With me, Shashwati ji has come and Mahua. Her father was here. When he was alive, he was thinking to bring me, but he could not. But in one way, I'm happy that he thought before long time, but I could come now. Maybe his soul will be very happy because I'm dancing here.
The Shawl of Honor is traditionally presented in recognition of the highest degree of excellence in art. This evening, we have the unexpected bestowal of a Shawl of Honor to Maharaj Ji from students who have studied their art form in India and are now serving our society as teachers and as performers. We begin with Prashant Patesar, who is one of several students who have studied in India and is now teaching here in Trinidad and Tobago. He currently lectures at UTT Academy of Performing Arts, teaching tabla. Next is Ria Sodin Bechan, who studied between 2004 and 2005 in India. She was tutored at the Trinidad Kala Sangam in New Delhi. Lisa Bisoon studied in India between 1994 and 2000. She learnt at the Kalakshetra College of Fine Arts in Chennai and Sri Ram Bharatiya Kala Kendra. She is currently the director of the Academy of Caribbean and South Asian Performing Arts. Next is Rajesh Sinath, who studied between 1986 and 1990 in India, tutored by Satnarayan Balkaran Singh, also by Mondira, the artistic director of Nitanjali Theatre, and Dr. Vempati Chinnasatyam. Kumari Sandra Sukhdev is next. She studied in India between 1987 and 1991. Her teachers were Shri Pratap Pawar, Shri Pradeep Shankar, and Guru Mayadhar Raut. She learnt at the Sri Ram Bharatiya Kala Kendra and is now the artistic director and founder of Kala Mandir. Susan Mohip studied from Srimati Reba Vidyarthi and Bhashwati Sen Mishra and performed in several productions of Maharaj Ji at Kathak Kendra. She is now the artistic director of Sangeet Mahavidyalaya. Pooja Malhotra studied her art in India between 1990 and 1997. She was tutored at the Kathak Kendra in New Delhi, and she is now attached to the Mahatma Gandhi Cultural Wing of High Commission of India as a dance tutor. Mondira, the artistic director of the Nitanjali Theatre. She studied under Guru Mayadhar Raut at the Bharatiya Kala Kendra and also under Aloka Panikar. Next is Rajkumar Krishna Prasad, who studied at Kalakshetra under Rukmari Arandale and who was the first to leave Trinidad to study in India. He has told me that he is presenting Pandit Birju Maharaj Ji with a 1966 photo of himself and this great dancer. He is, of course, the artistic director of the Trinidad and Tobago School of Dance. Next is Dr. Mangal Patesar, Distinguished Master Artist at the University of Trinidad and Tobago's Academy of the Performing Arts, who studied in India between 1986 and 1990. And finally, Satnarayan Balkaran Singh, who studied under Srimati Reva Vidyarthi and Pandit Birju Maharaj Ji. He is now the artistic director of the newest kid on the block, so to speak, Kathak Kala Sangam.
esteemed guests, artists, ladies and gentlemen, Maharaji. In 1971, there was a teacher who came from India at the Indian High Commission. In 1971, a young man, a young boy just left school, interested in beating pan and enjoying his life, was told, you must go to India and you must dance. And he was told, you are going to go to the Kathak Kendra and you are going to go to and learn from Birju Maharaj. The young boy didn't know where the Kathak Kendra was. He had never thought of going to India. He didn't know who Birju Maharaj was. But he was told, there's where you're going to go and you're going to be a dancer. Tonight we have got in our audience the gentleman who told that young man, Satnarayan, you are going to go to India and study from Birju Maharaj. I want to acknowledge and recognize Guruji, Professor H.S. Adesh, in Trinidad, we refer to him as Kul Guru. Almost every single person here has been influenced by Guruji in some way or the other. Learned, studied, was part of it. But Guruji came to India in 1973 and he said, Satnarayan, how are you doing? I said, fine. He says, I don't know. I am going to go to your Guru to ask. So he came to Maharaji at the Kathak Kendra and he asked, how is my student doing? How is Satnarayan doing? And Maharaji, as you have seen, good, bahut acha. But we have been extremely fortunate. You all have known Pratap and Priya Pawar in this country. You have known Pradeep Shankar in this country. Maharaji, Pradeep Shankar came first, ICCR, and then he was brought back to this country by a former Prime Minister, Mr. Basdev Pandey. For many years he taught here with Mr. Basdev, under Mr. Basdev Pandey's organization. Mr. Pandey is in the audience, the leader of our opposition. These are very, very important aspects of our life. So Pradeep Shankar came, then Tirath and Reba Ajmani came. Then Maharaji, your other student came, Ashok Chakravarti. Then Ramohan Mishra came, right? Ramohan Mishra is the son of Maharaji's father. Same gharana. And now we have got Pooja from the Mahatma Gandhi Institute, who is also a student of Maharaji. But in Trinidad, we do have people who have been associated with Maharaji and have been at the Kathak Kendra. Suzanne. And in 1976, when I left and came back to Trinidad, that relationship remained. Every year, every time Mandira went back to India, she would go to Maharaji and he would ask, how is Satnarayan? Little Nazarana, little gift. So the relationship went. And for the last 20 years, we have been trying for Maharaji to come here. This is 20 years of planning. We want to thank you so much for being part of this 20 years. But we cannot finish this talk unless I bring Shashwati Sen. Shashwati. And Mahua Shankar, the daughter of Pradeep Shankar. In Trinidad, we know her as Lakshmi. So, Shashwati.
Come. Maharaj ji, apne bachche ko अच्छे से आशीर्वाद दीजिए.
हाँ हाँ.
ले.
मेरा हाथ फ्री करो. इधर आ.
अच्छा प्रणाम करो. This was really an effort, I can believe, to make this happen. Everyone We've worked together in several productions under Maharajji's choreography, and it really, I wouldn't be able to talk much because it really brings such pleasant, beautiful, nostalgic memories as young dancers wanting to do something, learn under Maharajji, work through the night in all those productions that we had, so beautiful. Kartika in Kumar Sambhava, and so many more. So friends, truly, we are so happy, and as to represent her dear father, who was again so close to our heart and is no more with us yet. But I'm just seeing him here almost, feeling the vibration of Pradeep Bhai here, and as if he would have been crying and dancing here if he were here. But yes, as Satnarayan said, this is probably just the beginning of Maharajji's journey towards this region. Let this happen more often. Friends, I don't know if we have been told, but yes, in the last 1 year, we have had celebrations everywhere. Maharajji's completion of these 70 years, 71 years. After 71, this is what the young man has to show us. He is not only loved amongst the Kathak people, the Kathak world, but today in India there is probably no one to match his genius. Not only as a dancer, a vocalist par excellence, a percussionist of the highest standards, a poet, a choreographer. The recent choreography, probably all of you have seen because that really charmed people, the Devdas, where Madhuri and everyone, like day in and day out, they were sitting, and their submission, their feeling towards the great form and the great master was such a sight for us to watch. She was performing and I was assisting Maharajji. What a sight to see. Sometimes we get confused that probably Bollywood people are different from what we feel. No, if there is a strong base on the classical, everyone believes in that, realizes that, and sees it. And I know that people here are truly connoisseurs of good art, good music and dance, all that is represented through their work. I'm sure we will get Maharajji's blessings to carry our tradition forward more and more.
We are so happy because the Kathak name, I feel this is Ramayana or Krishna Leela. If the Kathak sound is coming from behind and they are carrying, all the person is learning Kathak. The name, by the name, I feel so nice inside. Everybody has learned Kathak, and I appreciate other style also. I did many work with Bharatnatyam, with Kuchipudi, Odissi. Many dance in India, I did Kathak also with them. And I appreciate always the classical dances from India. And especially I want to say Satyanarayan, Mandira, everybody, and who is here. Many names, you know. This is the Kathak. Okay, so I should not, I can't take the name, but the Kathak. So this is the family of Kathak, correct? And I wish for all you, good wishes for you, because the jingles and the dance bowl, dance syllable, is giving always anand, khushi, happiness, pleasant, and my good wishes by my art to you all for long life. So this is my message for everybody, and they should do more work because this is a endless. I am dancing when I was just 5. I started from that, and I don't know, I can't count where I danced, and many times I forget where I danced. But hours and hours and hours. And I am getting so much love from the audience, you know, and other artists also love me. So I am very lucky that I am getting always good wishes, love from others. So who can earn this main thing, not the money, but Ashirwad, blessing, and if you can make in everybody in heart just your work, that is the big things. Money is coming and going, so no problem. So never I am thinking about that. If my program finished, then immediately somebody is coming with a check, and Maharaj, I am telling, don't give me today, please do day after tomorrow or any time. But don't do now, because I don't want to feel this.